James says, I don't know why I got negative 16 in there. So here we go, James, we got this. Here we have, it's a subtraction problem, is it not?
Yeah.
5 minus 3 should be pretty simple for you, right?
Yeah.
Over here, you're taking a bigger one away from a smaller one, which we talked about you can't really do. That's what makes it the opposite of that, which is a negative 2. And then when you compare those, boom, 2 is always bigger than negative 2. We talked about that quite a bit, I thought. You know, if 7 minus 2 is 5, 2 minus 7 is negative 5. Same digits, same any number, just one's positive, one is negative. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the part of the show where you ask. I'm sure there's got to be. I am sure that James is not the only person in this entire room that missed the problem, but maybe. So,
Do you explain number 15?
number 15. This is what, by the way, children, number 15 should look like. If I can get there. Use the associative property and the commutative properties to calculate them and make them easier. The basic gist of this, ladies and gentlemen, is you could do 5 times 14, get your answer multiplied by 6, but they're saying to get easier digits to work with, logically, what 2 would you want to multiply first together? What 2 multiplicate? What numbers there would you want to multiply first, just because it's easy multiplication?
5 and 6.
Yeah, the 5 and the 6. Okay? But the deal is, in math, you can't just do things because you feel like doing them. You have to have a reason that allows you to do that. So, here is what the book is getting at with that. First of all, I want to get the 5 next to the 6, so I'm going to flip-flop these two. I'm going to put the 5 there and the 14 there. So this would become 6 times 5 times 14. Now, this is asking you to state what property you used to do that. What property did I use to just do that? When I moved those two things, when I moved them, I used the commutative property, or the commutative. If the numbers actually move, it's the commutative property. Now, what do I want to change? Because with the parenthesis here, this says I need to multiply 5 times 14 first, but I want to change that and move the parentheses to the other ones, make it 6 times 5 first. What property allows me to do that?
Associative?
Yeah. Numbers stay in the same order, it's a parentheses, so that would be the associative property. Then you can do the math. 6 times 5 is 30. And 30 times 14, if you just do that math, is 420. You would get the same answer if you did it just like it was written here, but you know, if we can make math easier, there's no reason why we shouldn't try to make math easier. Jake?
I didn't get number 5.
Jake says, oh, Miguel. It always goes south with Miguel. Miguel has 400 minutes of prepaid service on his phone. Again, outdated problems because nobody buys prepaid service. But if he's used the phone for 3.5 hours, how much time does he have left? Well, he starts out with 400 minutes, right, Jake?
Yeah.
How much did he use? He used 3.5 hours, but this is in minutes, that's in hours. We need to change 3.5 hours to minutes. How many minutes is 3.5 hours? Well, 3 hours is, 3 times 60 is 180 minutes. A half an hour is how many minutes? 30. So 3.5 hours is 210 minutes. If I do the subtraction there, I end up with 190 minutes left. James!
For number 5, would you take 3 hours and 10 minutes?
Probably.
Alright.
Oh no, I would, because it says how many minutes does he have left. I'm sorry, it does ask specifically for minutes, so in that case I'd have to say no. We have to follow somewhat the directions. I can't give you credit for not following directions, James, that just would be wrong. Other questions out there? La, 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 la. I gotta erase this. Otherwise I'll forget what I did. Pretest business. Just. Alright, take out a blank piece of paper, please. We'll go easy on you there. I'll give you your test note first. We will have test note. And if you do need a piece of notepaper for some reason, pull out that beautiful colors. They are amazing.
Thank you.
And then if you take out a blank piece of paper and write coordinate. No, graphing. Let's put it into graphing. Oh, what was that? That's no. Let's see where we're at here. Getting to the right place here. Six, 7, 8, 9, and 4.
Extra credit, symbol, pattern, tracing.
Let me look and see what my deal is here. What was our last assignment, 9?
No, 10.
Oh, we did do 10? We did 10, yeah, sure. Take out a, yeah. Write this down, ladies and gents.